Virgo, you are so clever. Sometimes you outwit yourself. Spirit has a message for you that it's very important that you turn your clever ability and agility back onto a path that serves you and redirect your focus away from anything that's distracting you or getting you to focus on the material, whether that's material gain or something that's really dense and bogged down in the 3D inner workings, daily distributions I'm getting of energy between people. So maybe there's a lot going on in a group of people or somebody that you're interacting with. They have a lot of problems right now, and it's okay to help them and be there for them, but it feels like your energy might be getting stuck there or bogged down in that kind of, well, I'm hearing minutia, but maybe it's minutia for you, but not for someone else. But Spirit wants you, some of you have a fair weather friend and you're putting too much energy there. That's just for some of you. But Spirit wants you to circle back to using your creative energy to support your endeavors, to support your path, to stay in the present moment and focus on what's in front of you. A lot of you are experiencing some kind of retreat. This could be you're actually going on a retreat, or you have a place that's like a retreat to you, or you're retreating from something energetically. There's a retreat going on, and this is good for you, okay? Or you could make a retreat for yourself. I'm seeing someone building a fort here out of blankets, like we did when we were kids. You need a little bit of a sanctuary, and this makes sense because the card that's supporting you, or the energies that are supporting you, is Tide Pool. And this card talks about little creatures in the ocean that find these areas that keep them safe from the ebbs and flows and of the tide and all the things that are moving around them. They just find this little crevice and they curl up in there and they wait until the moment's right to move with the flow again, to go with the flow again. So there's some kind of retreat, or you're in a retreat and maybe you haven't even conceptualized your current situation as a retreat, but it definitely is. Now, the energies that I have that are challenging you, I find this very interesting because I had a dream about a mouse recently, and you have rat. But this card looks more mouse-like to me. I don't know why, maybe because of my dream. But this card is about cleverness, survival. I'm getting survival of the fittest. And it feels like, for some of you, you're in a period, it might not be today, it might not be this month, it could be a cycle in which your ingenuity or your intelligence, your ability to figure things out can kind of like, this sounds harsh, so take it with a grain of salt, but it almost feels like at times it turns on you and you start questioning yourself, questioning your decisions, questioning your situation. And because you're so clever, you can convince yourself of something, even if it's not useful for you or maybe not even exactly true for you. And I feel like Spirit is saying you need to work with that mouse-like, rat-like energy you have of being clever and being able to survive back into something that is more useful for you, but also that is more enjoyable to you. Some of you are spending, or you're thinking about spending a lot, or you have some thoughts around spending. I'm getting the number 322, and you need to reconnect with the spiritual path more than focusing on the material path. 1 second. Yeah, it feels like some of you are thinking about making a big purchase in order to gain some access to a higher sense of spirituality. Like maybe you're going to buy a big expensive tarot deck, or you're going to spend a lot of money, I don't know, taking a course or something like that. And there's something like where Spirit's saying, what you're looking for is not in the 3D object or the 3D experience. It's back within yourself. Okay, I'm just going to leave that there. I also got a few messages here. Oh, before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about my dream because I feel like it's significant for you. I had a dream and I was just falling asleep, so it was like in between waking and sleep state, and a mouse like ran up my bed and like looked me right in the face, and I woke up and I was like startled because it felt so real. And I felt like definitely something within my subconscious, within my mind, is trying to get my attention, something that is crafty and clever and that has a strong survival kind of energy to it. And I feel like because it's coming up here, and this is kind of how the mouse looked at me in the dream, this is for you too. Something is trying to get your attention from within you. Your higher self is saying, hey, Virgo, we need to look at something. We're misdirecting our energy. We're not using things like our skills, abilities, and talents in the right way or to the full extent that we could use them. Now, the other card I got for you, or the other two cards, is Awakener and Mobius. And I feel like this mouse rat-like energy is trying to awaken you, just as the mouse awoke me in my dream, to tell you that something is a little bit cyclical right now. And there needs to be a shift or a change in how you're perceiving something. Maybe in your subconscious patterning, you need to make a shift in the way that you think about something or the way that you want to obtain something. Okay, so a couple messages here for you. I heard watch out for the rainy day. And it feels like the rainy day could is a metaphor, or maybe it's an actual rainy day, but it feels like, because that came through in the rainy day, it feels like when there is a rainy day, it's a chance to cultivate a closer relationship with your magic and your ability to manifest, or it may bring up difficult memories and emotions within you. And I feel like Spirit is saying the rainy day, maybe this is a day when you feel like you're stuck, or there's some potentially bad news or just difficult emotions going on, or maybe it's an actual rainy day. The energy's heightened, and it's either a time for you to start cultivating something that you want to manifest and focusing your energy and attention there, or it's a time to cleanse and clear things out. And maybe, well, I got weepy, a weeping day. So maybe this is a day to cry and release that energy from your body. I haven't cried in a while, and I'm a little concerned, to be honest. I'm a little concerned because I can feel like the energy's there, and I feel like I want to cry. Yeah, but I haven't really been able to cry. So I feel like, you don't force yourself, obviously, to be sad. But if you feel like there's something that needs to come out, allow that to come out, or spend some time creating a space for yourself to weep. Because I don't know about you, but after I have a good cry, I always feel better. I feel lighter. I feel like I've cleansed some energy from me. Sometimes I don't even know why I've cried until the crying is over. And so there's a lot that can come up energetically when we cry. Okay, it's just a message here. You can take it or leave it. I got the numbers 469. Then I heard we all love in different ways, but that vibrational expression should be the same. So this could be speaking about a partnership you're in, and you have different love languages, or there's a different kind of expression of love that's going on between you. But Spirit's trying to draw your attention to you and another sharing the same vibration despite how it's expressed. Okay, so let's get in further, Virgo, and see what's going on for you. I feel a little bit of a pestering energy too. Like it feels like someone might be nagging you, bothering you, trying to get you to do things, distract you. Grounding with tide pool. Yeah, this retreat I'm telling you about, whether it's in your mind or an actual space and place, it feels like a space and a place. Coming in with the rainy day, it's grounding you. You're anchored there as the tides move. They go in and out, and you know, when the tides are, or just the waves are moving around in the ocean, it carries things, right? It pushes things in directions that they didn't know they were going to go in. And I feel like for you, you're able to anchor yourself so that you know exactly what direction you're going in, and you get to choose when you go there and when you don't. Yeah, this is a message too. Something about your emotional expression. You get to choose when you want to go somewhere and when you don't. This relates to me saying like maybe the need to express your emotions through crying or weeping. It's like you choose if you want to do that. Maybe there's something more empowering that happens when you know you've made the choice to just release rather than it being triggered out of you or something like that. So you have a way to ground yourself right now. And this is why you're supported in expressing whatever you need to express, because you're safe to do so. You're not going to get carried out to sea. Sometimes, well, not anymore, but before, I used to be really scared to express my emotions to someone else because I would feel like if I opened the floodgates, I'd just never stop. And I've experienced that where I've just like felt out of control of my own emotions. And then the more that I did express myself, the more I realized that I actually am quite grounded in that experience and I can control things and express them at the same time. So perhaps you hold things in because you feel like you're not going to be able to stop crying if you start to cry, or stop being angry if you start to express frustration. But Spirit's saying you are grounded and it's safe for you to express something to yourself or maybe to someone else. So let's look further into the rat energy. Spirit. I love how the rat is looking at the Awakener card because it's just so much like my dream. It's like the sleepy lion. Maybe there's something about your pride or your loyalty that your higher self is trying to alert you to. What are you loyal to these days? Is there a prideful person around you, or are you experiencing pride in a way that doesn't serve you? Let's see, rat. Equilibrium. Your cleverness, your ingenuity, your survival skills are trying to bring you into balance. Just look at this card. There could be something significant in the symbols here for you. Okay. Interesting. I almost heard like this alarm sounding noise. I think it might have been in the music, but yeah, there's like an alert coming through for you from your higher self, alerting you to something, or spirit. Okay. Let's see, Virgo. What else is going on? Wow, we're 14 minutes in. If you're new here, welcome. If you don't like this style, I guess you're already gone. But if you're still here, thanks for being here and allowing me to read as I do. Virgos. How was your birthday, sun sign Virgos? I hope it was a good one. Happy belated birthday. You can watch regardless where Virgo is in your chart. Doesn't matter. Virgo rules my 12th house, and the 12th house is a house where things can be hidden from us. It can be our blind spot of sorts, but it can also be a deep place of intuition and psychic abilities. So when I feel like I'm a little bit out to sea, out to lunch with something, I'll tune into Virgo and see what's going on. 3 more. For Virgo's spirit. I'm hearing that nursery rhyme where they sang it in kindergarten. Tidy up, tidy up, everybody tidy up. Is that how it went? What do you need to tidy up? Yeah, I feel like your energy might be getting routed to somebody else's mess, or just a collective mess, or there's some kind of messiness. And I don't know, it's like your skills in this moment of dealing with someone else's mess are finite. Like, meaning you only have so much energy in this moment, in this situation, and you can choose to spend it on a collective mess, somebody else's mess, or you can reroute it back to yourself to figure something out, to manifest something. Maybe this has to do with somebody that you love. Okay, let's see. Wow, interesting. Okay, for your overall energy, we have King of Wands. Inspired, taking action or thinking about it. But this animal here, is it a fox? Yeah, I think it's a fox. Clever as well, same like the rat, clever. Is kind of looking off to the distance like, do I really want to head in that direction? Do I really want to go there? And it's interesting because what you don't see coming is the Knight of Pentacles, another animal, a wolf, kind of standing there thinking, where am I going? What am I going to do? Where do I want to put my energy? It feels like there is something long-lasting and sustainable that you're meant to focus on right now. Perhaps this is a creative project, but it feels like creative projects are personal, but it feels very personal. It feels like this is like caring for yourself, making yourself nice meals, getting cozy, doing the things that you enjoy to do, listening to good music. This is like really enjoying yourself. Giving yourself a little wink in the mirror, like this is really, I feel, a time for you to come back into union with yourself, be allies with yourself. Yeah. And to pay attention to negative self-talk, but also energies around you or even within you that are getting you to question things or talk yourself out of things that are good for you. You're beautiful, Virgo. And I feel like spending some time embodying that feeling of loving yourself or just feeling good about who you are and being proud of who you are, not in a prideful, boastful way, but in a way that is just self-assured, is really what will ground you at this time. That's your tide pool. Because there's something spinning. You're going round and round with something. And I feel like, I don't know why, but I just feel like it's unnecessary and it's linked to some kind of outside energy or your focus on an outside energy. Let me see. What are you staring at here for Virgos? King of Cups. You will get to where you want to be. I don't know, some of you feel unsettled, and this is why Spirit's telling you, like, you are in a retreat. Maybe you're not happy with your living situation. Maybe you're not happy, I don't know, with something that's going on in terms of your retreat or your space, but you are actually in a place where you're supposed to be. It's kind of like you have to make it your home. You have to make it more welcoming to you. You have to make it more cozy and like a tide pool for yourself to ground yourself there. It feels like you're dreaming of a different life or of a future, and Spirit wants you to stay present because there's magic that can happen now. Can I find out more about this rat here? What are we trying to tell Virgo? What's the message? Queen of Wands and the Hermit. Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're kind of like going in circles when it comes to your talent and your ability to help others, or to be useful, or to be successful, or to like outwardly express yourself. It's kind of like you don't know where to place your energy or where it will be valued, or something like that. It's like you want to run like this cheetah with your magic, but where and with who? And so you just kind of keep asking yourself, like, what's my purpose? What am I doing? What's next? Is this the right path? I don't know. It's something like that, Virgo. And the rat is coming up as a symbol to tell you, like, you're outsmarting yourself by asking, like, you know, you're talking yourself out of something, or you're not seeing what's right in front of you, which is that this energy you hold, this magic, the ability to run with things, is meant to fulfill you right now, to inspire you. Don't worry about where it's going or what's going to happen or where it's going to be placed. Like, all of that will just flow in time. When you leave the tide pool and you go with the ocean, it will take you to where you need to go. But right now you're meant to, like, just fuel and feed yourself, inspire yourself, and know that eventually it will go somewhere. Okay, Knight of Pentacles for what you don't see coming. Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Cups. Wow. Yeah, there's something that needs to move slowly, that is going slowly. There's a plan, a strategy that wants to be activated, but you need to figure it out by just being with yourself. I don't know what else to say, Spirit. Hold on a second, Virgo. What's this? Standstill. Yeah. This card just popped out. Standstill. It feels like you just need to be still in your retreat and come back to yourself. This is the message that I'm getting. And this message could feel very elusive and basic, or it could feel very deep and resonant depending on how you hear it. I don't know why Spirit's getting me to say that, but mourn. Some of you really do need that rainy day to mourn, to weep, to release the energy, so that new love can come in, or a better connection, or a stronger connection in a relationship. And I know some of you have mourned and mourned and mourned already. But, you know, sometimes there's more mourning to do. Even if we're over it, you know, all of that stuff. Sometimes we're grieving parts of ourselves that we feel we lost along the way, or that have changed and grown and developed, and we're so proud of ourselves for being stronger now, for having more foresight, for being more intuitively connected to spirit. But we're still mourning that part of us that was a little naive, or that part of us that had a lot of growing to do. You know, that part's gone. We've developed. And so we could mourn that, even if it didn't serve us at that time, or doesn't serve us now to be like that. We can still mourn that part of ourselves. So some of you need to mourn a part of yourself that I'm hearing was rambunctious, or that really did spend a lot of energy trying to help and heal others with no return. Some of you are stepping into, I'm seeing a King of Swords in my mind's eye. You're stepping into a more rigorous, harsh energy, but in a way that is justified, and you need to mourn an aspect of yourself that was more amenable to people's bullshit than you are now. Okay? So what you don't see coming is there is a change coming up. There is a change coming up, and there is a connection coming through as well. Your opportunity, Two of Swords. Standstill. This is a standstill. This is making a decision while you are still, using your intuition and your cleverness and your survival skills to make the right decision for yourself. But you need to retreat. You need to be in the standstill. Let's get one more of these. Knowledge and laugh. More laughter, definitely required. More tears, more laughter, and you will gain knowledge. What is making you laugh these days? Yeah, I feel like you need to romance yourself. You need to spend time with yourself. You need to watch something that makes you laugh, or listen to something that makes you laugh. You need to cry. You need to just like be you when nobody's watching. That you. That's what you need to be right now. The you that you are when no one's watching. I'm hearing not even yourself. Yeah, because some of you are like policing yourself, or you're being too hard on yourself, or you're, what am I crying about? That's not funny. You have every reason to cry, and that is funny. So you can laugh, something like that going on. Okay. The challenge, the Six of Wands. Victory. What does victory look like to you, Virgo? The Hangman. Queen of Cups. There is something about a focus on romance and love, and I feel like there's a challenge here when it comes to romance and love for you right now. Regardless of your situation, whether you're single or in a partnership, it feels like you really would wish or want someone to meet you where you are. I mean, that's normal. I get that. But there is this message about love coming in different ways. It almost feels like you wish someone would see things from your perspective. And I feel like some of you are trying to figure out how to let go of that desire of yours, or to make it happen. So tell me a little bit more. The Star and the Knight of Wands. I feel like this desire for someone to meet you halfway or to meet you where you are, to see things from your perspective or a different perspective altogether, is something that would be nice, but not something we can necessarily make happen or should really spend a lot of mental energy on trying to get to happen or regretting that it didn't happen. People are who they are. And Spirit is saying there is an unexpected union in love. But I feel like you've had some expectation on someone, maybe to do the right thing, to act properly, you know, or just people in general. And they're having some issue with that, or there's some kind of block. Maybe this is the mess that Spirit's talking about, that you're tempted to clean up. And I feel like now's the time to mourn that, to release that, to realize the mental energy this is taking up for you. And to come back in balance with that part of you that is saying, go, go, go. Go to where you want to go. Go to your destiny. Go be with yourself, Virgo. Go be with the stars. Go shine. Go explore. Because this feels like it's pulling you back. Now, I don't know what this is for everyone and how old the energy is, if this is fresh or something that happened a long time ago. But I feel like Spirit's saying, all right, you've tried to release this, or you've wanted to because you feel this pull to head towards your destiny. And every time you take a step forward, it's like the energy tries to pull you back. So let's just stay where we are right now in a standstill and mourn and release and have a weeping day on a rainy day. And we can manifest moving forward and letting things go. And then next time you try to take a step forward, you'll be off to the races. So I feel like self-care is really important right now. 7 of Wands for your advice. I feel like this is protecting your sacred space, protecting your energy, protecting yourself. You need some alone time in some way, but not in a lonely ass way. Okay, not in a way where you're feeling bad for yourself, but in a way where you're like, I can do anything I want right now. I'm with myself. I'm my best friend. Spirit's with me. The animals are chilling with me. Like nature's here with me. Let's go do something good for my soul. And I don't need to share it with anyone. It's sacred for me. Four of Swords, the High Priestess, and the 7 of Cups. Yeah, some of you need to nap, okay? You need some time just to nap and to chill. Because you're going to receive downloads and dreams, things that are going to open your mind and get you to explore nooks and crannies in that subconscious that hold a lot of information, hold a lot of knowledge. If you've been having dreams, they're telling you things. Pay attention. There's doors for you to find and to open. And they're all doors that you created, that you want. Don't forget that. Everything you want is available to you. You just have to be on the right route to that door. And how do you get on the right route? Well, you get off a misdirected one. You get off that one first. And then you follow the signs to know that you're on the right route. You trust your intuition, your sense of direction. You relax, you don't stress, and you trust yourself. Okay, I know it's easier said than done, but this will help you. And then what's going to manifest in the next 3 months? Before that, I am going to go into an extended. In the extended, I'm going to go a layer deeper into this message, see what else wants to come through. Link for that is in the description box below. If you don't want to come to that, that's okay. You go with what your intuition wants to do. Or if you can't go to that, then just trust that you received all the information that you need here. What's going to manifest in the next 3 months for you, Virgo? The Chariot. See, the standstill doesn't last forever. The standstill is here for a reason, for a purpose. In the next 3 months, you're moving forward. And I love that there's a ram here, which to me is Aries. And Aries is all about the self, identity, a new spark of consciousness. There's something that you're doing for yourself in the next 3 months that is going to get the energy going in the new direction, not in this circle that you've been entertaining or convincing yourself is useful for you. A brand new direction. All right, Virgo, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.